Why even bother writing a good villain? It is a question that is almost insulting to ask, really, like asking why a fire needs to be hot. But I promise you, the answer is quite terrifying if we go deeper and ask, what purpose does a good villain serve? Throughout the years, there are a lot of essays that try to answer those questions, and from what I read, it boils down to three things. Number one, a good villain makes the theme load-bearing. At first, a story's theme is just a vague idea, untested and without base. That is, until someone is willing to die for it and go all in. The villain embodies the story's central question taken to its darkest logical extreme. Number two, they expose what the hero is made of. There's a good metaphor for this. A hero and a villain is like a metal and a forge. A forge doesn't create the quality of the metal it processes. It reveals its quality, whether it is a steel or a slag. After that revelation, the forge either smiths the metal into a sword, or the forge smiths the metal so hard that it breaks. That is what good villains do to their heroes. Reveal, break, or change. Number three, they represent the audience's repressed logic. Great villains are often disturbingly reasonable. Their worldview has internal consistency, and they can back it up with logical-sounding arguments that go beyond what most dare to admit or venture to. Those are good arguments that I believe are truths. But, in my opinion, these three arguments you see are just story mechanics, statements that only explain the structure of a story without delving into something that is much deeper in meaning. They only work if you have to understand what lies underneath. To truly answer this question, we must push this argument further into its own roots, into something much more fundamental and ancient in origin. And the answer can be traced back all the way into Eden, the day of our birth as mankind is conscious and free to choose. When Adam and Eve chose to disobey God, when Satan triumphed over the hearts of men and told them to eat the forbidden fruit, only then for man to be casted down from the heavens and onto earth. During that particular event, something was revealed within us. Call it whatever you want, sin, disobedience to God, or malevolence, but we'll call it the essence or concept of evil that lies within us all. Ever since our ancestors ate the fruit, now we bear such burden that lies within us. Long before we write our words to tablets, long before history, and way before myth, we have been grappling against this concept of evil, and we will do so until death claims us as a species. It is an idea that man is tempted to follow and compelled to fight, but many other times we're confused about which is evil and which isn't. Before we can even use the three previous arguments I spoke of, we must face this first. Before we even make a villain's first word, this is something that must be answered. Let me ask you something. Do you truly know what is evil? Ask yourself that. Then ask again, do you truly know what is evil? The concept we as humans have been arguing amongst ourselves since time immemorial. A villain doesn't only make a story's theme load-bearing, expose what the hero is made of, or represent the audience's repressed logic. No. Those three are simply storytelling mechanics whose analysis are shallow. At its most fundamental core, a villain is about explaining the human condition, on how we operate as humans. The villain exists because evil itself exists, and man has never agreed unanimously on what evil truly is. We are a conscious and confused being. Let's look upon the world on abortion. Look at it at how abortion splits the hearts of humanity on its good or evil, as it splits human into two sides, the traditionalists and abortionists. The traditionalists calls the abortionists all sorts of words, people who sacrifice their children to Baal, a killer of life, while the abortionists on the other hand also calls the traditionalists things like oppressor of bodily sovereignty, who chains women back to the Dark Ages. Then they argue why the other is evil, saying abortion is killing life before it began. Not legalizing abortion is allowing great victims of a child they never wanted. Those are the black and whites of the absolutes. Not to mention the middle ground of all of these, the 50 Shades of Grey who try to combine the two arguments and draw the line in between. It goes on and on, the argument never ends. Then you can look upon other things, the Russo-Ukrainian War, the Iran versus American Empire War, Palestine and Israel. Look at all those wars and listen to them. One side calls their enemies evil, and the other side calls their enemies evil too. So which is which? Everything in life is at odds when placed against the concept of evil. Nothing is exempt nor spared, not war, not justice, not belief, not even the most intimate and personal of human decision. People have argued, bled, and killed over where the line sits for millennia, and still no unanimous answer. The line is impossibly difficult to be drawn. Look at the world. It is vast. Not a human's lifetime could explore it fully. In any given moment, a person can choose from an almost infinite range of thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And somewhere between zero and infinity, there lies the lines that divide between good and evil. Then the question remains, what thoughts, actions, or beliefs are evil? That is where a villain comes in as a writer's attempt to look at the cosmic depth of human moral possibility and to then plant a flag and say, here, evil sits here. Or you could damn all upset and to ponder that perhaps there is no line between good and evil. Only trade-offs exist. Only competing evils staring at each other, and morality is only grey all the way down. Then you put it in your story where the villain is no longer a villain and the hero is no longer a hero. Whatever it is that a writer will argue, they must start by questioning this argument about evil that started in Eden and stretched until now, to look at the abyss of evil and not shudder when it looks back at you. And when you return, tell the world what you see in that abyss through story. That is my answer. That is why we even bother to write good villains. To understand ourselves, the evil within us, the evil that tempts us. Anyway, I hope what I said was useful or at least entertaining. Peace be upon you.